Dear student, hope all of you doing well. Assalamu alaikum. This is our course International Trade Theory and Policies, and today's our lecture about the product life cycle model. This is a modern theory of the learning objectives. In this lecture, you will learn the modern international trade theory, that is the product life cycle. Background of the product life cycle theory. The product life cycle theory is an economic theory that was developed by the Raymond Vaughan in response to the failure of the Heckscher-Ohlin model to explain the observed pattern of the international trade. The theory suggests that early in the product life cycle, all the parts and labor associated with that product come from the area where it was invented. After the product becomes adopted and used in the world markets, the production gradually moves away from the point of the origin. In some situations, the product becomes an item that is imported by its original country of innovation. A commonly used example of this is the innovation, growth and production of the personal computer PCs with respect to the United States. Definition: the International Product Life Cycle Theory was introduced by the Raymond Vaughan in 1960s to explain the cycle that products go through when exposed to an international market. The cycle describes how a product matures and declines as a result of internationalization. In industry, product life cycle management is a process of the managing the entire life cycle of the product from inception through engineering, design and manufacture to service and disposal of the manufactured products. OA, the product is produced and consumed only in innovating country. In stage 2, time AB, production is perfected in the innovating country and increase rapidly to accommodate rising demand at home and abroad as well. In stage 3, here is the time BC. Mark the time BC, the product becomes standardized and imitating the country starts producing the product for domestic consumption. In stage 4, the time CD, the imitating country starts underselling the innovating country in third markets. And in stage 5, the point D in the later markets as well. Now we briefly explain the 5 stages of the product life cycle model theory. Here is the basic diagram. On vertical axis, as previous I explained, we take the time and sales volume. Stage 1 is the development, stage 2 introduction, stage 3 growth and maturity, and in the last decline. The line shows the gradually all the stages representation. 5 stages of the product life cycle model. Here we briefly explain 5 stages and their explanation of the 5 stages of the product life cycle model. Some of the most important stages through which the product life cycle passes are the followers. Number 1, introduction. Number 2, growth stage. Number 3, maturity stage. Number 4, saturation stage. And in the end, number 5, decline stage. One by one discuss all the stages. Stage 1, introduction. The product is developed keeping in view the particular need of a set of consumers and introduced in the market by initiating its commercial production. At this stage, product is new in the market. Consequently, its demand is low and requires vigorous sales efforts. The promotional costs are therefore high at this stage, and the production costs are also not fully recovered due to the low volume of sales. This is the stage 1. Our next stage 2 about the growth stage. There is a rapid expansion in sales as the cumulative impact of the promotional expenditure helps in the market acceptance of the product as well as the reputation of the product gains around. But this rapid expansion can be sustained only by the maintenance of the product quality. Our next stage is the maturity stage. Stage number 3, when the product enters the maturity stage, the rate of the growth of its sales decline through the volume of sales keeps on increasing. This is so because most of the persons needing the product had already adopted it during the growth stage. And now when the product enters in the maturity stage, it faces a small and declining number of the potential buyers. Consequently, the firm has to spend a relatively increasing amount of sales promotion. Our fourth stage about the saturation stage. At this stage, the sales volume of the product ceases to grow. The only additional demand for the product happens to be its replacement demand. Our fifth stage and final stage is decline stage. Ultimately, the product enters a stage of decline where its sales volume starts shifting down. The competitors have by then entered in the market with the substitutes and imitations, and the product distinctiveness starts diminishing. Consequently, the sales of the product also starts declining. So far as we discussed about our 5 stages of the model, the diagram of the model. Now the concluding remarks of the model. It is to be noted from the above discussion that throughout the product life cycle, changes occur in price elasticity of demand and promotional elasticity. There are also continuous changes in the production and distribution cost over the product life cycle. This necessitates continuous adjustment in the pricing policy over the various phases of the product life cycle so as to get the best returns in each case. We can analyze from the product life cycle that as the product moves to the next stage of its life cycle, the sellers cannot over prices keeps on further reducing. So in order to save itself from the stage of saturation and decline, the firm makes a fresh innovation just at a time when existing product is about to enter a saturation stage. In this manner, the firm marks a new product line. Here is the assignment 2. I also updated this assignment on your easyclass.com. Read the given paper below and write the summary. Here I give the link of this paper. Please copy and paste your Google and download your paper and read and write the summary of this paper. Thank you very much.